Many times we actually question people's tow vehicles of choice, and we see it all the time down here at the ramp where somebody's towing a boat way too big for the vehicle they're using. But my man here, he went the exact opposite with overkill as he's pulling his boat out. But welcome back, crew, to the greatest show on earth, and that is the Miami Boat Ramps channel. I'm your host, Broncos Guru, and today we are down here at 79th Street. And we've got our first crew making their approach toward the ramp, and it's gonna be two skis. My girl looks excited, a little bit of a headbanging action going. But what's always interesting is, as usual down here, no fenders, no lines, nobody's reaching for anything. So I'm assuming we're gonna do the old grab and drop method where we just try and grab the dock and somebody's gonna sit here and hold. But it's always interesting as well when you get two full-size adults on a ski. You saw how much lean that had as she started to go over through the turn. So she's gonna go ahead and make the approach in. And our guy on the back's pointing over saying something. And the crew skips in front of her and goes a little further forward. So she's struggling a little bit to try and get it over there and get it lined up. And she goes for the light love tap. One hand on the dock, but it winds up sliding. He puts a foot on the dock to try and hang on as well. And goes to grab it. Uh-oh. Going to one side. Foot on, hand on, trying to hang on. What in the world? A line would have been a whole lot easier than this. Somebody's going swimming. Oh, even she goes for the grab right here on the inside of the thigh to try and keep herself pulled over or get it pulled back closer over to the dock. But my man is hanging on, two hands. She put her hand in the water first, which tells me the dock is hot as well. He must be complaining about that. That's why she dipped her hand before going for it. At this point, if I was him, I'd just step off. I'd be off. I would put my second foot on the dock. There we go, like that, and I'd be done. I'd be like, I'm good, bro. Hopefully he's got the keys to go get the truck. But they are on. So we got another ski over here, and this has been the issue of the day, is low tide problems. It's always wild when we see these crazy low tides down here at 79th. Because the biggest one it creates issues for are the people on skis. The work they have to do to get on and off is crazy. Like right here, where she's trying to get on, but look at how she's having to do it. A little reverse cowgirl style. But again, just when you have that big of a disparity between the dock and the ski where it's sitting, you got to do what you got to do to safely get on. So here we go. She's going to get it turned around now. Some of the stuff we wind up seeing on these low tides, though, with people on the skis, like I've seen so many people have to climb up these docks where it's just absolutely hilarious. But she's on, and they're good to go out for the day. So we got our next crew coming in on approach. He's going to have to back out. I don't know what he was doing, and somebody's in the water over here with the ski on the right, which is a little odd. So he's trying to swing it back around now. And coming in a little hot. Going to wind up probably smacking the dock here lightly. Just a little love tap. It bounces off. Again, no lines really on the ready. I can't tell if she's got one in her hand up front. But wasn't really ready to wrap around the pole. And here we go. He's trying to grab him now. And she goes for the toss. I can't tell from this angle if she got it. Oh, she just went for a second attempt, which means she missed the first one. And they're slowly drifting forward. At this point, you just want to step off. But this is kind of like the skis. This boat's so low. The freeboard's so low that they're gonna have a time getting off this one. So she's still trying to get it around. There we go. She's got it up there. Does the slow crawl up. And again, we've got somebody in the water over here. I'm not 100% sure what's happening. The ski was over there by the dock on two. And our guy was in the water. I don't know if he fell off because I kind of missed it, or what exactly he's doing down here in the water next to the ski now, as it slowly starts to drift away out toward Biscayne Bay. So he's trying to catch the ski, it looks like now. I don't know if he's maybe he's got a line or something. Because the ski's drifting away. He has to have something in his hand, right? Yes, okay. Yeah, I couldn't see it, but I'm like, he's got to have a line or something if he's just swimming away and the ski was going the opposite direction. So he's trying to get it brought back over, but I'm just curious why he's in the water to begin with. I didn't hear a splash, so like I didn't hear a fall. She just tossed something into the water. But I really am confused here as to what they're actually doing. My guy doesn't appear to be trying to get out of the water either. He's just chilling. There we go, tossing the line up. So I'm assuming the girl can hold this, but yeah, he's going back over to the ski. Maybe he's going to climb up onto the ski and use that to try and get up onto the dock, which kind of makes sense. It'll be a little bit difficult with the cooler or whatever's back there. So he grabs it, swings the ski around. He's hanging off the side. Oh, something's wrong. I actually think he's trying to dig something out. I believe they sucked something up, and that's why he's down there. Yep, I guarantee it, because he's doing the little spinny move, telling me that it sucked something up, and he's trying to figure out how to get it out. That sucks, especially down here at the ramp. I guess maybe it's better here at the ramp than out in the bay once you're already out there, and then you're really out there trying to figure it out. As to where here, at least, he's kind of in a calm, protected area and can do it. And I guess the worst case scenario here is if his trailer's here, you can go grab his trailer and pull it out. I don't have any skis right this second. I've sold all the skis that I've had in the last couple years because we just weren't using them like I thought we would. But I'm going to say I'm pretty blessed. I put a couple 100 hours on skis, and I somehow have fortunately never been in this situation where I sucked something up and had to get in the water and try and pull it out. But let me know in the comments what your experience is if you ever had to do this and how much fun it was when you had to do it. So we've got a big boat backing in right here in front of our crew, but they're going to go ahead and come in on approach and try and sneak in between this boat and the other boat that is on the other dock. So they're actually trying to slide in front of somebody who's already on the dock. And another vessel that was coming back down. If you look in front of them, there's a boat there that was coming back down to launch as well. So they're going to kind of sneak in front of everybody here. And no, they're getting yelled at now. Security, that's one of the local security guys up here. Well, one of the local park ranger officer guys. And he's yelling at them saying, no, you got to go down. I'm assuming this one's designated launch only. They do that all the time down here at 79th where they'll kind of flip the signs around, and some of these will be launch only, some will be return only, some will be for jet skis and boats only. They kind of do it to keep things moving. So they're yelling at him, but now they've got a close call because the other boat's backing in. So he's having to slide out here just before that boat winds up launching. And look over here. These guys are going to wind up sliding into another boat over here as well. It looks like they're trying to skip in front of a boat as well. I don't think they went far enough forward to do it, though. So the boys in the Key West are going to move on down and got kicked out of their spot. So now they're going to have to wait for another spot. And these guys are able to slide in front. And now the big boy pull as they're trying to get this thing off the trailer. You're not budging this thing unless you truly get it floating off. That thing weighs a ton. You're not going to be able to muscle this one off. It's going to have to float itself off. Yeah, the bigger the boat you got, a little more difficult sometimes it gets at the ramp, and it's just because you can't just muscle it off like you might be able to a smaller vessel. It's really, you're going to have to get it to float off. Same deal, like trying to winch something like this up is crazy hard if you don't have the trailer deep enough. So the boys on the Key West move their way down. Finally, some spots open up, and they're going to try and get on further down after being kicked out of their spot. But Cap's trying to come in. They're slowly drifting off. That stern's coming out on them now as well. He's got to give it a little throttle. But one of the boys goes for the one-leg approach, gonna wind up stepping off. And his buddy tries the same thing. Better be careful. Going for the splits right here. And that's how you wind up in the drink. But fortunately, he gets off, and they are good to go. And speaking of good to go, we're going to get out of here as well. Thanks for watching, crew. Hope you enjoyed this episode of Miami Boat Ramps. If you did, please check out our other content. We have Wavy Boats, who does a bunch of great things down at the inlets. My channel, Broncos Guru, do some great comedy boating videos there as well. And of course, we've got Boats versus Haulover, where man and machine take on Mother Nature down at Haulover Inlet. And if you guys haven't already, go ahead and drop an anchor on the subscribe button here.